All right, man. Peace. It's Bronzebird here with another video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, I decided to bring back one of the little series that I did, one of the videos I did before. I decided to bring another, series to this. This is probably gonna be the second to last video, and I called it "The Black Woman is God, Niggas." This is gonna be part two. And the reason I wanted to bring this back is because I felt as if we should have a conversation about these brothers that's been lately going on these podcasts, red pill talks or whatever have you. And it never fails when the so-called black man has the ability to express himself on any podcast, whatever have you, that he constantly makes himself look like a fool. And the thing about it is, I've been seeing this dude, Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast. Everybody knows him. And he's been, having this Fresh and Fit show for a while. And, these different red pillars and stuff like that. Even these so-called red pillar black men that have these podcasts, sometimes they're very emotional in how they critique women. But the thing about it is, the problem that I have with the so-called black man that I deem as the black woman is God niggas is that they never cease to amaze me. Their ad hominem attacks, their whole entire berating, and just the fact of the matter, they can never come up with a conclusive argument or have a productive conversation, even if that means that they want to have a conversation with a fellow black man. Even my experience on YouTube, I've seen brothers on panels who's been very disrespectful towards me. And their whole entire logic is to say the same thing that every single so-called black man that's in that type of realm or have that type of personality usually says. You don't love your mother, you don't love your sister, you don't love black women, you hate black women, go date a white woman, and all these different things to deflect off of the fact of the matter we're supposed to be having a conversation because you disagree with my viewpoint on something. But anyway, we're going to be taking a look at this video that a lot of other YouTubers have been taking their time to make critiques and comments about. I'm going to give my 2 cents on it, and we're going to check it out. So, Pete.
Man, where'd you get your game from?
My what?
Where you get your game from?
My game?
Yeah, where you get your game from? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm going to assume you mean my knowledge. A multitude of different places. Experience, other people's experiences. I read quite a bit on...
I'm talking about your experience.
Well, I'm telling you,
What's your experience with black women? What's your experience with your game? I'm not talking about how many books you read, other people's experience. Where your game
Well,
from?
I quite literally said my game. I said my experiences, other people's experiences.
What's your
reading.
experience?
Well, I mean, I've talked to more people, more women than any other man probably on the internet at this
Talking
point.
about other women. I'm talking about your experience.
And this is a problem we having right here. How many times does Myron Gaines have to keep saying his experience? And then you obviously know where this is going to go. This is going to be one of the same old tactics these black men use against men. I'm not going to just say fellow black men, but men. They're going to sit up there and say, well, why you hate black women? Why you hate black women? Because you talk down on black women all the time. Like, you just hate black women. And his brother is doing the same thing I said on the last video. He's hearing, but he's not listening. That's the problem with a lot of these men when they decide to go on these debates or have disagreements. You have to listen to what that person is saying and then rebuttal what you don't like or rebuttal exactly what they're saying, because this is the essential thing about listening. Sometimes when you listen to the person that you disagree with, you sometimes find out that you guys can actually agree on something, despite the fact of the matter that you disagree with a position that they're taking on certain subjects. And sometimes, a lot of the times, black men, you need to learn to be like that. You have to be more keen on the fact of the matter. You have to be more smarter than the way you move. It's a game of chess, being able to have a civil discourse instead of being ready to argue and then simp out for the black woman just because you want to simp out for the black woman. It never ceases to amaze me. Calm down and listen.
I'm explaining it to you.
Why you hate black women so much?
Oh, I hate
black
women?
Talk down on black women. I'm talking about your experience, not everybody, all the books you read. I'm talking about your experience.
All right, so you clearly have a position here. What is your
no
position?
I hear you.
No,
You
well,
downplay women.
here's the thing. You hear me, but you're not listening. I answered your question multiple times.
You just said,
and you want to come to the
all books
conclusion
you
of
read. People you know. I'm talking about your experience, King.
I
I'm
told
not here
you.
to disrespect your black form. I'm just
Okay.
talking about your experience.
I told you. I've dated several women, talked to them on the podcast. I've talked to more women than any other YouTuber. Okay.
What women you dated? What race you dated?
Oh, yeah, 3,600. Yep. We've spoken to 3,600 girls on the show. I've talked to
I'm not
thousands of black women. I've dated black women. I understand.
Date a black woman.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Okay, so that one black woman that you dated discriminate every black woman, because I watch your shit and I respect you. You got a cool little platform, but I'm thinking you're making money off of other niggas' experience, and then at the end of the day, and you sit up here like big old mighty, like yo, I got experience to downgrade my peoples, my culture.
Which is not making any sense at all. If he directly said it in an argument, not even an argument, in a conversation, his experience, other people's experience, this dumbass decided to take other people's experience and then debate that as a rebuttal towards Myron Gaines. You see the problem in when people don't listen to what a person is saying, to wait to hear what they have to say? The whole entire time is that he's going to tell you that he's had plenty of experiences with black women. He's dated black women, plural, not singular. But this is what you get with the black woman is God niggas. Their whole entire personality is usually always the same. They have this vendetta and want to be able to coach these men that they feel are being disrespectful towards black women. But at the same time, they usually like to ignore when a black woman is being directly disrespectful to black men. Black women on YouTube who's made careers out of disrespecting black men, but there's never any smoke for them. And then if it's black men that are free-thinking black men, or let's just say men that are free-thinking men that understand that the woman of today is a problem, we're not able to get along with these women because of A through Z, they don't ever like to see the other side of the coin. They only like to see that one side of the coin of this man is disrespecting women. Not even understanding the fact of the matter that a man can have a conversation with a woman and critique the woman and still be able to say, hey, I disagree with how you women are acting because of A, B, and C. This is a problem with the black woman is God niggas. Case in point.
But go ahead. So tell me all the books you read.
Yeah. So what's your disagreement then? Do you have like an actual position here?
No, until you listen. I respect
because what you're saying is you're basically saying, oh, you don't have experience. I don't.
I'm a black man. My mom is black. My sister's black. I love black women. But at the end of the day, you sit up here and then that you do downgrade black women because you're one experience. It's
actually
just like,
multiple.
Prime example. It's just like a white girl that took advantage of a black man. Now she don't want to date no black man in the world because that one bad experiences he had.
That's just not the case in point he's trying to make at all. Myron Gaines is not trying to make that point. But I find it astonishing that the same old lines always comes up when they have these conversations. The black woman is God niggas always do the same thing. They always say, oh, my mom is black, my sister's black, my aunt is black, my grandma's black, all these different things. Okay, so is mine. But at the same time, when you have the free-thinking black man, the free-thinking man, he's not afraid to have this conversation in front of his family members. Maybe he won't because maybe they just don't want to hear that, this, that, and the third. But a free-thinking man has no problem with critiquing who they need to critique. Why? Because he's a free-thinking man. He can think for himself. He doesn't need the validation of women to come up with these conclusions. And this is a problem with these black men, the black woman is God niggas. They cannot take their mouth off the black woman's titties. Can't. They absolutely cannot stop. No matter if the black woman does wrong, no matter if the black woman is degrading herself, being disrespectful, doing these different things. I mean, even to the eyes of this, I recently seen a clip on World Star Hip Hop of a black woman saying that we don't disrespect men enough. So it's okay for a woman to say that on World Star Hip Hop or just on videos in general. And she directly says, you know what? We are not disrespecting our men enough. And why they do this is because she's trying to keep you dudes in line. But the problem that's happening in society is this, I believe, is a programming system where it's been programmed for men and women to go against each other in this so-called gender war, which I still believe is fake, but at the same time to put up all these different disparities so that it could become a point where we don't want to date each other. And that's the problem in this society right now. Let's check it out though.
That's how you sound like.
So anyway, I've spoken to hundreds of black women. I've dated them before,
Okay,
etc.
you talked to
Now here's
100.
the thing. Okay, are you gonna let me speak?
Go ahead, talk.
Yeah. So here's the thing, man. I get it. You want to put the cape on and cape for black women, but the reality is, all women have bad habits from here to there, and there's stereotypes. And stereotypes tend to be based on pattern recognition.
But you
over.
talk down on black women.
I talk down on everybody, honestly. It's just that.
What's your national land? Where you from?
What does that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do with it.
It has
You gonna
absolutely
talk down
nothing to
about
do.
a race, you gotta
That has nothing to do with anything. Someone's race. If
So peep the logic on where he's gonna go with this, because obviously, if he was to say another race, this man on the right would automatically say, "So here it is, you talking down on black women when you not even black." Because I understand exactly why he asked that question. He's gonna try to say Myron Gaines is not a black man. Okay, that Myron Gaines is Middle Eastern or something like that. Now Myron Gaines is Sudanese. Even still, with that, if someone who's been able to date various of women from different cultures or dated multiple women of the same culture or same nationality at the same time, wouldn't they have be able to talk on the experience that they had dealing with said race? Just like there's stereotypes about men, there's stereotypes about women, there's stereotypes about animals, there's stereotypes about organizations, all these different things. Stereotypes exist in this world for a reason. Certain characteristics are true of certain things, people, animals, whatever have you. So the whole entire thing of what he's trying to do is obviously throughout this whole entire clip, when I watched it, all he's going to do is ad hominem attacks, and it's going to be like the dumbest thing ever because he's never going to get to the point of why he disagrees or why he feels like Myron Gaines disrespects black women. There's never going to be any convincing here. It's just going to be him continuously just being disrespectful and trying to act all hard in front of Myron Gaines, looking stupid. And that's the problem with the black woman is God niggas.
If I say something is objectively true or it tends to be true, it doesn't matter what my race is. Do I have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2? No. It's an objective fact. The reality is this with black women. On average, they weigh about 187 pounds. They tend to be rude. They tend to be crass. They tend to not respect male authority because a lot of them grow up in fatherless households. So these are stereotypes that tend to happen all the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So
But that's the new generation of women. OnlyFans.
It's pattern
Black
recognition.
women, white girls, but you can as more black women.
Again, I'm critical of all races. It's just that
But
people
you don't
tend to
target
remember.
black women.
I'm critical of everybody. The thing is that black women tend to be the most sensitive and get the most butthurt about it. They can't take criticism.
But you
and
know
then
the
it's
crazy
funny.
thing is,
Now, before he goes in, I want y'all to pay attention because I'm pretty sure maybe you guys did watch the video, you did it. It never ceases to amaze me that even with black people, I'm not going to even just say black men, black people have this problem where they want to continuously bring up about slavery in conversations to move the needle to make it seem like individuals are being disrespectful because one person who may not be quote unquote FBA may have a conglomerate of fellow black people around them or have black people that work for them. So therefore, those black people that work with said person is a slave and that they are in the mindset that they need to get free away from said person who hired them or hangs out with them. It never ceases to amaze me. The whole entire thing that he'll say, and watch, he's gonna say it. He's gonna sit up there and say that slave masters and all these different things that have nothing to do with it. And you always gotta ask the question: were you in slavery? You wasn't in slavery. Let's see, the problem with black people is that yes, we never ignore that slavery happened. Slavery did happen. But to bring slavery as a rebuttal in conversations where it's not warranted proves that you have a lot of work to do. And the fact of the matter is you try to relate this weirdo PTSD concepts that do not exist just because black people may work with Myron Gaines or is cool with Myron Gaines because you feel like that's another way of you saying, see how these black men is dealing with you, but you disrespect black women? They just as stupid as your ass is. That's the whole entire logic. Black people, and you may not like me for saying it, get over it. There is sometimes, or most of the time, that you do not need to use slavery as a way to have conversations when it's something you disagree with said person that's saying something about your group of people. Just saying.
You
Yeah,
talk
go
shit
ahead.
about black women, but
Yep.
all your staff is black.
Yeah, that means I'm not racist.
So
Good
how
job.
these niggas work
That
for
shows
you?
I'm actually not a racist. Good
No,
job.
you are no. What it is that you're a slave master, and you enslave black people to work for you, and at the same time you talk shit about their mothers, their sisters, their aunties, their uncles, their families, and they work for you. I don't see not one white staff that work for you. I don't see the black. I don't
This
see
black
the
girl
white
right there.
security. Where they at? Oh, that one security.
Yeah, bro.
God damn.
Yeah. You know, bro, let me be honest with you, bro.
Talk to me.
This is the problem, right?
Talk to me.
You came in here and you immediately made it about race.
No.
Let's
I
have a
watch
real
you, King.
let's have a real conversation here.
I watch you.
No. Black people are the most racist people ever. You came in here and immediately made the conversation about race, talking about race. You guys perpetuate the very stereotypes and the racism that you guys complain about the most. And this is why I make fun of black people too. Now, here's the thing. Y'all look at me and say, oh, you're not one of us. You're not black. I am. I'm African American by definition. But if you don't want to go ahead and consider me black, fine. I don't want to be with y'all niggas anyway. But the point I'm trying to make is that you made this immediately about race. As soon as you came up, what's your knowledge with women? And I'm like, all right, well, here's my experiences. Oh, well, what's your thing about black women? So you came in here with an agenda to complain about my criticism of black women when I literally criticize everybody. Everybody gets criticized.
But get butthurt when it's time to critique black people in general, or black women in this said case. Now, the thing about it is this. The problem that I'm having in this video too, maybe certain people commented on it, maybe certain people didn't. This brother already has a defeatist mentality mindset, just off the fact of matter his body language. Why is this man turned to the side while Myron Gaines is answering his questions and having a conversation with him after he understands that this black man in particular only came on the mic to sit here and berate him because he feels as if Myron Gaines spends his time berating on black women in general and not other races of women. See, all I ever advise to black men, especially black men on YouTube that don't like me, if you want to have a debate with someone, body language is key. Conversations is key. How you interact is key. See, the problem with these so-called black men that I've gotten into so many debates with, and they sit up there and say that I'm disrespectful because I decided to disrespect a black woman. And the funny thing about it is they never have any conceptual, rebuttals. It's always the same. You hate your black mother. You hate your black sister. You hate your black family members. No, I can't stand bitches. It's two different things. Yes, she's a black woman, but she's a bitch. It's two different things. And I don't take back what the fuck I said. At the same time, at the end of the day, this is the reality of the situation. The problem with these black men is God niggas, the anti-black men, and the brothers I encounter on YouTube, which is filled in that category, as I already said. The problem with these brothers is that they are stuck in the mindset of the matriarchy, quote unquote. They're not able to have fulfilling conversations. When it doesn't go their way, they want to do stupid stuff and get at you personally, do ad hominems. And then they want to be able to sit up there and have a woman fight their battle instead of them fighting the battle themselves. It's sad and pathetic. Anybody who knows Bronzebird or has been around the channels I've been around, you've seen it for yourself. These black men are pathetic. They never do anything else. You don't love your black, and it's like, how could you compare some random black woman to my family members? They're not even on the same plane. You're talking royalty to peasants. And this is what goes on over here. Now, this brother is going to contradict himself soon, so I want you to watch this.
Just so happens that they tend to get the most butthurt. What are you talking about? Am I done? This is my shit, man.
And I respect your shit.
This is my shit, bro. What you talking about? Am I done? Like, this is my shit, bro.
I get what you shit, but at the end of the day, everything you talk about, because you gotta understand it. We got a right to, even though our black women ain't shit, but we came out of black pussy.
Oh, it never ceases to amaze me. That's what they always say. So it never goes to anything that the black woman has done in different empires, societies, and all these different things. What's the best you got to sit up there and talk about Harriet Tubman and then talk about all these random black women who, or Queen Khalifa, who's what California is named after? Because a lot of these brothers, these Moors or these so-called black men that's so heavy in the knowledge, or bring up random names and random figures from like back in the day, such as Queen Khalifa and how she ruled over these men in society, and that's the reason why California is named California. Hate to get off track, but the thing about it is, it never ceases to amaze me. They always come with the same responses. It never fails. Just because the woman carries the baby for 9 months, the baby comes out the womb. Yeah, you see that? She carried you for 9 months. You know how hard it is for a woman to carry a baby? You don't carry a child because you have a penis. Doesn't mean anything. And then you get these goofy people, and then, maybe a couple of years back, such as statements that was made, and we already know, which was a marketing ploy. Megan Thee Stallion and a bunch of black women got behind her, especially with the Tory Lanez trial, about how she went to a concert, or she did her music, I think on SNL or something like that, and they made sure that she was able to put out that clip of Malcolm X saying, "The most disrespected woman in the world is the black woman." That's the first clip. And then the second clip, or the second lyrics, or whatever you call it, they always bring up is Tupac. That song from 1993, Keep Your Head Up. It's always the same thing. It's never anything different. Ask these so-called black men why they say what they say. It's always going to equal to the same thing. Because you came out of a black vagina. Your mom is black. It's crazy.
We came out of poverty.
This is
This
bro,
is our. Let me talk.
This is a low IQ argument, bro. This is a low IQ argument. Just because it's like,
I'm low key.
No, I said low IQ argument.
Why? Because you was in the FBI and you would take a bunch of tests and you this and you got so much. You got one experience with one black girl that you dated in your whole life of your career. You read a bunch of books. You know a bunch of friends, and you know so much of black. You got 2 white employees, and now you're not racist. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Bro,
like I say, you a bigot.
Bro. Okay.
I watch your shit.
Okay. So, well,
you disrespect black women.
Yes, here's the thing. I'm a proud bigot, man. Proud bigot, proud racist,
and
sure.
I'm glad you said it.
Yep.
Conversation.
Hey,
Yet we add on this confirmation bias. You take upon what you see in order for you to conclude that what you're saying is true. So he'll never say about the numerous of women that weren't black, Latinas, and other races of women that got Frank Castled off of the Fresh and Fit podcast. He'll never talk about that. His main focus and priority is black women, because that's how the black man function. And all I'm saying to the black men is, you need to have some balls. You need to be able to say, okay, you can have your position to say you disrespect black women, but let's bring up conversations where it's not going to be the same thing that you're always mentioning. You understand what I'm saying? And being able to have a civil discourse, whether you agree or not with what that person says on their podcast. That's the problem with black men that I've noticed. They never like to get to the point of doing that. And when you ask them why they say what they say, they don't like to bring up historical references of the black matriarchy or this mystical matriarchy that existed in these societies and all these different things. It always goes down to the fact of the matter, a woman is capable of carrying a child, and a child is born after 9 months. It's nothing ever anything else. They can never give you historical figures that conquered men and ruled against patriarchy in this society. Why? Because it never existed. And if it did existed, it got clammed out real quickly.
Somebody's got to call out the fucking monkey behavior like right now. So this is monkey behavior.
I'm a monkey.
Yeah, this is a monkey behavior right now. Yeah.
Man, you
Chimping
not
out.
Gonna disrespect
Chimping
me,
out.
Dude.
Yeah, you came up here trying to disrespect, so
How
it
did
is
I
what it is.
disrespect you? I'm just
chipping out.
telling you what you preach.
Yo, you chipping out. You're not making any real arguments. You're just talking about race, blah, blah, blah. This is the problem,
that's
bro.
what you
This is the
do.
problem with niggas, bro. This is the problem with y'all. This is some nigga shit right now.
You gonna call me a nigga, but you can't tell me where you from. Are you a nigga?
Look,
Where you from?
He just told you where he's from.
You watch the show, right?
Where you from?
Sudan. Family's from Sudan, yeah.
Okay, a Middle Eastern nigga.
But now it's
Talk
Middle
this
Eastern.
shit.
So that just makes you a bigot because you just sat up there and called him a Middle Eastern nigga. This is a logic that I never understand. It's logic over emotions. Logic versus emotions, I should say that. The whole entire time, you're doing the very same thing that you're accusing Myron Gaines of. That's what you're doing. You said that he's a racist, you said that he's a bigot, but then you turned around and called him a Middle Eastern nigga because he's Sudanese. You see the logic in that? It perplexes me that the so-called black man is so in his emotions because he wants to go at bat for the black woman so bad. He doesn't realize that he's doing the very same thing that he doesn't like that the other person is doing. So-called black men, you got to do better than this. This is sad.
About black niggas.
It's North Africa.
Talk about black.
It literally means the land of the blacks. You know that, right?
But you downgrade black women.
What does that have
Talk
to do
shit
with
about-
anything? What does that have to do with anything? I go off behavior. When they act like retards, I call them retards. This right now is retarded behavior, regardless of your skin color. If you're a white dude saying this dumb shit, I'd say you're a retard too. It's retarded behavior.
Because I'm telling you, you downgrade black women. I'm a retard.
Yeah.
No, you're a retard because the fact of the matter is the whole entire time you're trying to have this conversation and debate, you've been nothing but disrespectful. You've thrown out ad hominem attacks. You haven't made any points to basically say why you disagree with this man disrespecting black women. Those are your words. That makes you a retard because the whole entire time you're teasing him about his show and how he's an FBI agent and all these different things and your mama's black and this that and my mom is black, my this that and the third. You talking on people, blah blah. The whole entire time, what has he really argued against Myron Gaines? What was his disagreement really? That Myron Gaines allegedly hates black women. When Myron Gaines just brought up the point, and we've all seen it here, that Myron Gaines basically says that I critique all women, not just black women, all women. But at the same time, proven time and time again through Myron's words, when it comes to black people, they can dish it, but they can't take it. They don't like criticism. Because as soon as you start mentioning criticism, it's automatically, do you know about us being through poverty? Do you know about the black woman doing this? Do you know about the black woman doing that? We were slaves. The people around you are slaves and you the slave master. None of that does anything to, run the argument or try to get to a point where you can have a civil discourse. Sad.
You are. Yeah, this is low IQ. It's low IQ. 100% low IQ.
But at the end of the day, my nigga, that's why they demonetize you on YouTube.
Sure. And I still make more money than you.
Oh, you see that? He was like, yo, that's why they demonetize you on YouTube. And the funny thing about it is Myron Gaines, he's still able to make money besides the fact of the matter that they demonetize him on YouTube. I mean, are people really that slow or retarded? They act as if YouTube is the only platform where you're able to make money off of your business. There's many other video streaming platforms where you're able to make money. If you have a business, obviously you're using that business for other ventures besides it being a podcast, I would assume with Myron Gaines and Fresh and Fit. So this brother is just making himself look crazy by the minute, but let's continue.
Hey, I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? You still a bigot at the end of the day.
A proud one, too. I got my clan hood in the other room.
And guess what? I guarantee your girl's a white girl.
No, she ain't actually, no.
Nigga, I see you walk around with that weak-ass dog, nigga. With your white bitch. Come on, dude. You don't like black bitches.
This dude's stalking, bro. This dude's stalking.
Huh?
So that's always the conclusion to every argument that I've seen with black men and black women that have a problem with the free-thinking black man. When it's always the black man critiquing the black woman, Or even if it's a black man that has a different personality from the stereotypical black man, they proceed to always go with the fact of the matter that that black man likes white women, is dating white women, or prefer white women over black women. It never ceases to amaze me. It always happens. And it never changes. It's always the same thing. They stereotype that said black man off of something that might not even be true. Just saying.
This dude's stalking, man.
So like I said, I didn't come to disrespect you.
No, you tried and you failed.
Did.
That's the problem. You tried.
No, you just
You failed.
No, do your thing, King.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't handle conversation.
You
There's
can't.
no conversation. You came in
You're
here on
so
some
used to
bullshit.
say you can't get one of your securities to kick me out like you kicked the black bitches off your show.
What?
What?
How you disrespect black women on your show?
Yeah.
You can't disrespect me. Because I'm a nigga walk up here, throw this drink in your face, and let you know what's up.
Oh, you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Try me.
that won't be good,
I'm
man.
him at the
And that's the conclusion of this whole entire debate that happened on Myron Gaines' little, Fresh and Fit podcast outside. And it's the same thing that I've seen with the other video I did, where when it gets too real and they don't like what's being said to them, their only result is to threaten with violence. And this lets you know that this brother and brothers like him have constantly lost this argument and they are not capable of having a civil discourse. Black men, we got to do better. There's no reason for that. No reason to threaten a man to throw a drink in his face because you disagree or you don't like the fact of the matter, in particular, that he's disrespecting black women. Just be like, yo, you know what? We not really getting anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with you. I don't like how you disrespect black women. You said what you said. All right, King, I'm out. Peace, deuces. But I'll throw this drink in your face. You ain't gonna do you want to do that same thing to black women, nigga. Yeah.
That won't be good, bro.
I'm him at the though.
That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good. That won't be good. For those that are wondering, he's about 5'6". He's about 5'6". On some nigga shit, man. Bro, it's crazy. It's funny. It confirms all the stereotypes. Comes in, starts chimping out, starts acting crazy, having a good discussion, debate on higher IQ shit. This dude immediately makes it about black women, starts simping. Crazy. It's
And that's the end of the video. What my conclusion is on this is black men, we have to do a lot better. And I'm not just saying because it's a debate and it's two people disagreeing. Emotional intelligence, being able to have a conversation without throwing ad hominems, getting straight to the facts, being able to say why you disagree with said person, and just being able to have a conversation back and forth. If the person explained themselves, there's no reason why you should be having 4 and 5 of the same questions. Therefore, when things don't go your way, your logic is to then disrespect that person and then threaten them with violence. Get you nowhere. Get you put in prison. Get you put in jail for assault or attempted assault, whatever you want to call it. Battery, assault and battery, if it came down to that. Because that person is going to have to defend themselves. All I'm saying is so-called black men is stop with the nigga shit. Otherwise than that, if you like what you heard, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Peace.